Hello, and thanks again for tuning in to this week's recap with Rick. So pretty busy week in the Transportation Committee. First off, we had a hearing with the Coast Guard and Maritime Transportation Subcommittee to look at shipping challenges in the Red Sea, especially as it pertains to commercial sea shipping and the impacts of the Houthi attacks and what that might mean for the safety of the crews and sailors who are on these ships, as well as the ability for these ships to transport goods through the Red Sea or around the Cape of Good Hope into U.S. markets, U.S. ports and U.S. markets. We also advanced some bills out of committee a couple days ago. On Wednesday, the committee advanced two bipartisan bills, one to ensure full ADA compliance at Amtrak stations across the country, and second, to improve FEMA's preparation for wildfire response around the country. Unfortunately, we also had two bills that were ill-advised attacks on the Clean Water Act, and I just look forward, though, to continuing to investing in water resources and clean water using the bipartisan infrastructure law while we fight back against these unfounded attacks on the Clean Water Act. On Thursday, I supported the Tax Relief for American Families Act, which includes two highlights. One is the extension of the child care tax credit to help working families, and another one for the low-income housing tax credit, which will help supply affordable housing in our communities across the country. And I know affordable housing is a major issue facing local communities in the 2nd Congressional District. It also, just on the child care tax credit, 23,000 children in the district and about 273,000 children in the state will benefit directly from an expanded child care tax credit. So good news on that front. Now the Senate needs to act. Next week, I'll be looking forward on Tuesday, February 6th at 7 a.m. your time, our time in the Pacific Northwest. Administrator Michael Whitaker, head of the Federal Aviation Administration, will testify in front of the committee. He will address not just the reauthorization of the Federal Aviation Administration bill that we passed out of committee and the work that we need to get done to get that bill finished, but also how we've implemented the last FAA bill in 2018. And of course, we'll be addressing questions regarding the investigation of the 737 MAX 9. So be looking for that. Also, February 1st marks the beginning of Black History Month. And so I hope you'll join me in celebrating Black Americans in the country, in the state, and the contributions in the 2nd Congressional District as well. We've got a lot to think about over the next month. Thanks again for tuning in to this week's weekly recap, and we'll see you next week.